What's up, professional football world? It's your boy JB giving my predictions for the up and coming 2024 season of all of the division winners and the conference championship winners, and then who is going to the Super Bowl and who's winning it. Let's start out with the AFC East, where you have the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, and the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. 3 out of the 4 teams in this division is going to be tough. Miami's coming off a really good season. Buffalo's coming off a really good season. Aaron Rodgers is coming back. So that division, the Patriots are going to be decent. Aaron Rodgers, man, the Jets should be really good. Buffalo lost Stephon Diggs. So I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins winning this division. That's not to say that another team is going to come out of that division and make the playoffs, but I'm picking the Miami Dolphins. Next, we have the AFC North, which I think is probably going to be the toughest division in the NFL. You got the Baltimore Ravens, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Cleveland Browns, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers got Russell Wilson. The Browns getting Deshaun Watson back. Cincinnati Bengals getting Joe Burrow back from injury. And then the Baltimore Ravens added Derrick Henry to their running stable with Lamar Jackson. This is going to be a fantastic, hard-hitting division. All of these defenses are really good. This is a toss-up, man. But if I got to pick, I'm going to stick with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, strictly because they brought in Derrick Henry that should solidify the run game and add another threat, and should make Lamar Jackson even more dangerous. Next up is the AFC South, where you have the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Tennessee Titans. Let's be real. There's only 2 teams I really care about in this division. There's probably only 2 teams that matter. And it's going to come down between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Both got 2 young, great quarterbacks. C.J. Stroud for Houston, Trevor Lawrence for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Houston is going to be the slightly better team overall, stronger defense. And I'm going with the Houston Texans winning this division. Next up, we have the AFC West, where you got the Denver Broncos, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Las Vegas, who I still call the Oakland Raiders, and the LA Chargers. LA Chargers got the new coach, Jim Harbaugh. Russell Wilson is gone from Denver, but I don't care. Kansas City Chiefs, they're on a 3-peat mission, and they're going to run through this division. Kansas City Chiefs winning the AFC West. All right, let's talk NFC Conference winners. First up, we got the NFC East, where you got the Dallas Cowboys, the New York Giants, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Washington Commanders. I'm a Cowboy fan, largely because my father was a huge Cowboy fan. Shout out to my father, may he rest in peace. He taught me how to be a fan, a fanatic. I watched this man root for the Cowboys at the best of times and the absolute worst of times. But I'm not picking the Cowboys to win this division. They got a lot of issues going on. Dak Prescott is on the last year of his contract. They finally got CeeDee Lamb in. They do got Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott. The defense looked decent with Zimmer. But outside of CeeDee Lamb, I don't know what they're finna do. The Philadelphia Eagles got a much better roster from top to bottom. I'm going with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles to win this division. Next up is the NFC North, where you got the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins is gone, but you still got Justin Jefferson there in Minnesota. The Green Bay Packers coming off a lot of momentum. They took San Francisco to the brink, and they should have won that game if Jordan Love didn't throw that crossbody interception. Detroit Lions had the San Francisco 49ers beat in the NFC Championship game. And then you got the Chicago Bears with their upstart number 1 draft pick from USC. But overall, this is tough, man. I feel like it's going to come down between the Lions and the Packers. The Lions, I feel, got the slightly better overall team. So I'm going with the Detroit Lions to win the NFC North. Next up, we got the NFC South, where you got the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints, and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Falcons got a lot of talent, man. Got a really good running back, got a decent defense, talent everywhere. Kyle Pitts. They brought in Michael Penix from the draft, and they got Kirk Cousins. The Panthers, Bryce Young's second year, but he doesn't have a lot of weapons. The Saints, they'll be decent. The Buccaneers, be decent. I'm picking, and there's no reason why the Atlanta Falcons shouldn't win this conference. This is their best quarterback since Matt Ryan. They got a really good team. They should be winning this NFC South. Atlanta Falcons. And last, we got the NFC West, where you got the Arizona Cardinals, the Los Angeles Rams, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Seattle Seahawks. I feel like at some point there's going to be a lot of attrition with the 49ers. I mean, I think they've been in 4 out of the 5 NFC Championship games. And so it's going to be tough, man. I mean, I think they can do it because their conference is not as strong. So I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers to win the NFC West. Now let's talk about who and what 4 teams are going to make it to both conference games. So starting with the AFC, I want to see history, okay? And I think the Chiefs can do it. They just got to stay healthy. If the Kansas City Chiefs err on the side of the injury gods and stay healthy, I got the Kansas City Chiefs against the Baltimore Ravens for the AFC Championship game. With the Chiefs, I mean, the time to beat Pat Mahomes was last year. That man drugged that offense to the Super Bowl. And thankfully, Andy Reid was smart enough after Sutton, I think the defensive coordinator, that Tom Brady dissected his defense and got to the championship game and beat the Rams. Andy Reid said, damn this, I'm going out and get a defensive stalwart. He went out and got Spags and never looked back. 3 Super Bowls later. Spags is a great defensive coach. They got great defensive pieces. Kansas City, now you give Xavier Woods, a baby Tyreek Hill, a new weapon for Pat Mahomes. Chiefs winning that game. Out of the NFC, I'm predicting some kind of way the 49ers, if they stay healthy, they'll get back there and they'll probably go up against the Detroit Lions again. And we'll get back to the Super Bowl. So I'm predicting a Super Bowl repeat if both teams are healthy. If both teams are healthy, it's all on health. I got to write the reserve to change, right, if some injuries go on, right? But if both teams are healthy, I see the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs doing it one more time for the 3rd time? Because then Pat Mahomes beat them with that crazy Tyreek Hill. Yeah, so this will be for the 3rd time. So it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs and the 49ers. And I predict, and I want to see history, man. I predict in another tight game that the Kansas City Chiefs will defeat the San Francisco 49ers. Pat Mahomes captures his 4th ring. Andy Reid captures his 4th ring. And they make history in the three-peat of the first ever three-peat in NFL history.
Things coming to me that I wanted or whatever, drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million